Hi, everybody. Welcome to the School of Emotion. Thank you for joining me for Feel to Heal 31 Days of Nervous System Practices. My name is Infinity. Today, we're going to be talking about the nervous system. What the fuck is the nervous system? Why should I care about it? What is this thing I hear about called dysregulation? Everyone's talking about this and trauma, but what is it really and why should you care? I didn't know about my nervous system. I mean, I knew just because I've taken anatomy physiology classes in the past. I was a massage therapist. I knew about it as a system of the body, but I didn't really understand what it was, what it did. I knew it controlled things, but I didn't know that I could work with it. I didn't know that there was things that I could do to support myself. So the way that I think about it, and this is not going to be super scientific, it's the way that I picture it that makes sense to me and makes it simple so that anyone can learn it. From the kids that I teach to you here watching me today, it just makes sense to me in a simple way. So the nervous system to me is the operating system of the body. It controls all of our bodily functions: movement, sensation, thoughts, memory, learning, emotions, your heartbeat, your breathing, your digestion, the homeostasis of your body. It is your operating system. So I liken it to a computer's operating system, which is really, really cool. And until we learn how to work with it, it's kind of this thing that we're just at mercy to, because as we go through life, we are humans in the world, and we have this nervous system that responds to the world around us. It responds through fight, flight, and freeze. And so we have these natural responses that have kept us safe for years and decades and centuries. And sometimes the nervous system gets overactivated and gets stuck in some of these symptoms, in fight or flight or freeze. And so that is what is called dysregulation, when our nervous system is maximized and it can't move out of one of these sensations. And so the way that I look at it, visually in my body, is as we go about life, things happen: trauma, times when we don't have the capacity to be with what is happening in life. So maybe there's an accident, maybe there's a fight, maybe there is, it can happen in so many different ways: mental, emotional, physical, chemical traumas all around us, just by being human in the world. And we can't always respond to it. We can't always move that excess energy out of our body. So when something happens to us that we can't respond to, we can't move, we can't release the energy, the nervous system, which is the brain, the spinal cord, and all of these nerves that go all throughout your body, it stores that energy. And it starts to get tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. I don't know if you've seen people that sometimes have those curved spines. The nervous system compresses and it gets tighter the more energy that's stored in it. It actually feels tighter in our bodies. And we feel more reactive. When the nervous system is dysregulated, we're holding so much in there. And when the nervous system is dysregulated, it can cause many, many, many disorders and diseases in the body. And a lot of times people think, oh, it's this disorder, oh, it's this disease. And so they're treating for that disorder or that disease specifically. Many, many times the underlying cause of many of these things is a dysregulated nervous system, is a nervous system that hasn't had the capacity to release, to move, to work through it, all this stuck and stored energy from the trauma of being a human out in the world. And so some signs that your nervous system might be dysregulated are sore muscles, chronic pain, specifically the muscles of the head, neck, and shoulders. If you have constant or continuous feelings of overwhelm, or you feel stuck or frozen, you can't move through life. Heightened anxiousness or alertness, you hear a sound and you're jump inside you. Clenched teeth and jaw, stomach issues, irritable bowel, food sensitivities, just a feeling of disconnection from your body, your feelings, the world around you, no interest in things, just kind of why would I even get out of bed? low energy, fatigue, a weakened immune system, like you're getting sick all the time, racing thoughts, like can't stop thoughts, autoimmune conditions. And for me, one of the ways I knew was like I was pouring money into figuring out how to be okay, like how into fixing my symptoms, into what's going on with me. So I'd go to doctors, I'd go to healers. I bought a fuck ton of crystals that I slept under my bed for a year. I didn't know what was going on with me, and I hadn't learned about the nervous system yet. And I had almost all of these symptoms, and not one person that I had gone to had said nervous system until I found network spinal analysis and somatorespiratory integration, which were like the pinnacle moment of my healing journey from brain surgery. Was they work directly with your nervous system. It's a chiropractor working on me, and then breath work that I was doing on my own. I think I taught you one of the practices one of the other days. So I learned all about my nervous system from this, and I was like, holy shit, this is the key. This is the thing. And so it was just like this aha moment. It wasn't like this quick fix overnight, but I was like, oh, there is this system in my body that is controlling all of these things that I've thought, something is wrong with me for years, and I can do something about it. So while I did have professional support for many years, I also had to learn myself how to take care of my nervous system. And so that's what these 31 days of practices have been and will continue to be. I think we have one more week left. They're tools and practices that you can use for yourself. They're things that we do day to day, because as we go through life, we're going to keep having, encountering stimulus. We're going to keep encountering trauma. We're going to keep encountering things in our environment that have our nervous system go, am I safe? And so all of these practices or tools are reminders to your nervous system that yes, you are. So dysregulation doesn't mean that you have done anything wrong. It means that you are human and that your operating system is doing what it should, but sometimes it gets stuck. So these practices that I've been sharing with you are to help you to get unstuck, to help you work with the energy, to help you move the energy out of your body. So for today's practice, if possible, I would love for you to find a place where you could lay down and put your legs up the wall. If you can't do that today, then come back to this video when you can. Putting your legs up the wall is an amazing practice for when you're feeling that anxious energy, for when your thoughts are racing. What it feels like for me in my body when my nervous system is dysregulated, and now I know my particular system really well, and this is what I teach. I teach you to learn your system. I teach you to learn what really triggers you. I teach you practices. And also, it's more holistic. It's not just do these nervous system practices. There's many other things that you have to work through to really learn your system, like what you're putting into it, having boundaries. Isn't just like this overnight, okay, my nervous system is healed. This is a continuous practice throughout life. These are things that I do every day and will be doing for the rest of my life. So today's practice is when you're feeling that, I got to get out of my body. To me, I'm like, okay, I got to do stuff. I got to go. Okay, but I'm not really doing anything. I'm like, just like this uncomfortable energy in my body of like, I need to get out. I need to do something, but I'm like not productive. I'm not really getting anything done. I'm circling around. A lot of times my heart's racing. For me, anxious energy shows up in a tightness in my throat and my shoulders. My thoughts will race. I'll have negative thoughts. What else shows up for me when my nervous system is dysregulated? I'm not nice to myself. I have like negative thoughts. And I don't want to do the things that I know will make me feel better. So a lot of times when our nervous system is dysregulated, it's really hard to actually do the shit, to do the things I'm like suggesting. So like, be gentle with yourself as you're learning how to resource your nervous system. And I don't call it regulating your nervous system like many people do, because we never get to a regulated state that is always the same, like because we're doing life. What we do is we build a resource nervous system, and we build our capacity to be with life so that when things happen, we don't stay in this heightened, panicked, activated state, or we don't stay in this stuck, can't move state. So we are building the capacity to be flexible and fluid and move with life. So this practice in particular is when, you can't switch off. You're just like, go, 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 but you're not doing anything and you feel like shit inside and it's just like racing. So find a place where you can lay down on your back and put your legs up the wall. I'm going to show you, but then I'm going to sit up so you can hear me better. So you may want to you could do this on your bed. You could even lay on the floor and put your feet up the couch. But the idea is to get on your back and have your legs up the wall. If you want something under your low back to give your low back some support, go for it. And so you're just going to find yourself laying on the floor with your legs up the wall. If you can, have your legs straight up the wall. I'm going to give you all a few minutes just to get situated. Get yourself comfortable. Bring a pillow under your low back if that feels supportive. And once you arrive in this position with your head, neck, shoulders, back on the ground, your legs straight up the wall, I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose and slowly out through your mouth. And in through your nose and slowly out through your mouth while you fully let yourself arrive in this moment. It might be uncomfortable at first because sometimes when we're in that, anxious, panicky energy, slowing and stopping is really uncomfortable in our bodies. So be really gentle with yourself as you're arriving here. Notice the sensations and the thoughts as you're slowing down. And the breath that we're going to be doing for this practice is in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. This exercise helps to stimulate the part of the nervous system that controls the rested, digested, relaxed state. And breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, slowly out through the mouth. This breath also supports us in coming into that state. In through the nose and out through the mouth. It settles our mind, shifts our thoughts. In through the nose and out through the mouth slowly. You may notice the sensations of blood moving out of your toes, your calves, your legs, coming into your torso. As the blood moves from your extremities, from your legs, it is actually signaling to the body that there is no danger. There is nothing that your body needs to get away from. Continuing to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And in through the nose and out through the mouth. Another way to signal this to the body while you're laying here is to offer yourself what's called a somatic hug. This hug was developed by Peter Levine. And what you're to do is you're to bring your right arm, just like you're going to hug yourself, but you're going to bring your right arm to your left arm, your right arm under your left armpit. So take your right hand under your left armpit. Your left arm is going to hold your right upper arm. It doesn't really matter if you get it wrong either, but one hand is under your armpit and the other hand is just holding like your right shoulder or your upper arm. Now, when you've got yourself in this somatic hug, come back to your breathing in through the nose and slowly out through your mouth. In through your nose and slowly out through your mouth. You don't need to do anything here. You don't need to change anything here. You're giving your body the cues and the signals by the positions you're in to move from this state into a rested and relaxed place. Now you can stay here as long as you like. It is totally up to you. I am going to honor our time today and end this practice in a few seconds. But it's great. You can stay in this practice, 20, 30 minutes. You could put on a song you like or a podcast you like. You could do it with your kids or your family. Be like, hey, come on, do this thing I learned. If you're finding these practices supportive, if they have shifted your life in any way, please leave a comment. Please like, subscribe, share. And please join me tomorrow and for the rest of the month. And I'm so grateful for you. Oh, one thing I wanted to say. You will notice as you continue practicing these, a resource nervous system feels like there's this inner calmness. You can handle things when they come up in life. You're able to adapt and enjoy things. Like I remember seeing colors more vividly. I remember feeling different around people. I remember, I have fewer physical tensions. My energy and my sleep is different. So it's this gentle, slow expansion in your nervous system. So be patient, be kind, be loving with yourself. You're unraveling years and years and years that you didn't know how to work with your nervous system, but now you're learning how. So I honor you and your journey and thank you so much. And I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place.